the dice around to make sure that everybody's able to enjoy their happiness. We are here to have fun. Also, if for some reason you're out of contact with your section leader or whoever your line supervisor would be, and you need something time sensitive passed, i.e., I'm not going to make it to the regimental meeting because something came up at the last minute, send a PM. Send something. We have a wonderful system on the forums that works. Saying that you didn't make it because and didn't tell anybody because you couldn't find your section leader or platoon sergeant online isn't going to cut it. We have the PM system. Just use it. It makes everybody's life easier. That way we don't worry about you. Basically, you use your brain housing group and make smart decisions. 90% of the time, you're going to know what you should do. Any questions about my chain of command and the fact that you should always talk to your section leader? And this is very important to me. Military, the Canadian military, the German military, French military. No, I didn't say that. Or the Chinese military. The military. People who will go out of their way to do something greater for something bigger than themselves. As such, we adhere to certain decorum. There are two types of environment in the CAV. You've already experienced both. One is informal, like when you're playing your video games, you're up in the channel, smoking and joking, hooting and hollering. And the other is formal, during official meetings and activities, such as this, boot camp, or the regimental meeting that we're going to have this afternoon. During informal play, it's a really simple concept, and I'm going to break it down as low as I can. If the little three-letter thing on the side of your name means more than the little three-letter thing on the side of their name, address the person by the three-letter thing on the side of their name. They're going to do the same for you. Now, a lot of times you're going to do this with most people at, first greeting, first meeting. Hey, good morning, PFC, Maskron, if you're a private. He's going to say, good morning, private, whatever. And you're usually going to relax from there. If you need to, call him out from anybody else, you're going to want to go ahead and use his rank. Most people are going to tell you after, 3, 4, after a couple of days, hey, just call me Mike. Hey, just call me Mark. And at that point, call them what they call them that. They've extended that courtesy to you. We're family here. Obviously, you don't want to call the general man or dude. If you don't know somebody's rank or you don't understand what it means, sir works for just about everybody. Now, during formal events like meetings, I don't care how buddy-buddy you are with somebody in the video game. During formal events like meetings, we will always use rank to address officers and non-commissioned officers, like at the regimental meeting today. It's just, that's a formal activity, and we get formal. Any questions about my courtesies?
One, sir.
Okay.
Do we get warnings or does anyone tell us if we do happen to forget that rule and call someone by the first name and not by their rank?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something where you're going to get tossed out of the CAV if, you forget that the voice of the person talking to you is Sergeant Major Mark. If you don't know, if you get pulled to a channel or somebody comes in the channel and they start, asking questions and pointing at things, and you don't know who's asking questions and pointing at things, so you don't know how to respond other than to answer the question, just say, sir, and that'll work, I promise. If you're in the middle of the game and you're smoking and joking and bombs are about to go off and you see somebody about to get shot, I'm not going to stop and say, General of the Army Plumley, there's a bomb about to drop on your head. No, I'm going to say, Plumley, move, incoming, or whatever, and he's going to, it's going to fly. But the problem is, when you just come out of the corner and go, bearing. And this is a pretty simple idea here. You're mature, and you've got some G2. And for those of you who've never been in the military, that means intelligence. We're going to go ahead and use it. When you're in our servers, you're in our Ventrilo or TeamSpeak or whatever we're using at the time, you're in the forums, you're going to conduct yourself as grown men. Now, I know how easy it is for people to get upset and get into little shouting matches and things like that. It's not going to happen. Follow the rules, contain your temper, and express yourself intelligently. It's a pretty simple idea. When you're not in our servers, I don't care if you're in Zargabad Life, Bay City Life, Joe's mama's house, it doesn't matter. After today, you potentially become part of something bigger than you individually. I'll say it again, we have 300 active members. We have guys who are active duty military, medically retired just due to being in there for so damn long. We've got guys deployed to combat operations. We have police officers, firefighters, school teachers. We have guys who fix your computer, fix your car, pump the poo out of your septic tank. We run the gambit of society. When you're out and about and you act like a fool, you show your butt on other people's servers, you break their rules, things like that, you disrespect each and every one of those people. And what happens is they're going to screenshot that nonsense. They're going to bring it back. They're going to hop on our server. They're going to go to the general and explain to him that you were acting an idiot and giving us a bad name. And obviously he's not going to like that. What I want you guys to do is treat this place as if it's your family, as if it was your own namesake. 7 years ago, 8 years ago almost, you founded this place. Respect its reputation as if it was your sister's virginity. If you do not have a sister, respect it like the Virgin Mother Mary. If you are not Catholic, respect it like a 1957 Shelby Mustang, GT500 Echo if you must. I'm sure that anybody here who's a man can respect that car. Engage your brain housing groups and make some smart decisions. Any questions? Every day of your life in the Cav. There are a couple things that I'm going to go over before Master Kron gives you your course of fire, which is this. On my range, you will follow safety rules. My safety rules are very simple. They are treat, never, keep. You will treat every weapon as if it was loaded, because it's going to be. You will never point the weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. When you pick up your weapon, you can double tap the left control key on your keyboard to lower your weapon as I have lowered mine. This is called a tactical ready. You will keep your fingers straightened off the trigger, and you'll keep your weapon on safe until you're ready to fire. Now, I am well aware that this video game does not allow you to have a safety or control your character's finger. So what you're going to do is keep your fat little finger off the left mouse button and not shoot me in the toe. It has happened in the past, and I don't get happy when it does. Alright. Private First Class Master Kron. But thank you for your efforts. That said, you've heard most of what anybody here is going to say. By the fact that I think every single one of you stuck it out through the whole regimental meeting, and for that I thank you as well. Because the DIs have taken time out of their day to provide this experience for you, we do often like to let them go through a few words as we get ready to close this out. That said, rank has its privilege. Lieutenant Medic.
Roger that, sir. Thank you for your time. Basically, the biggest thing is I started to say earlier today, make sure that we make those weekly practices and roll calls. That's very important. Also, it hasn't been said enough, if you don't understand yet, we're basically a brotherhood here. Everybody supports everybody. And with that said, continue on, sir.
Outstanding. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Corporal One Clip.
Alright, gentlemen. Most everything's been covered in the classroom. You've heard quite a lot of it in the regimental meeting for those that did attend. And all of your patience here today has been extraordinary, very outstanding. To build off what he says about a brotherhood, this is more than just a brotherhood. I mean, this is a family. The Cav can be definitely what you make of it. It could be the place where you go once, twice a week to shoot a couple guns, throw a couple grenades, or it could actually be that group of friends, that close group of friends. The generosity here and that brotherhood is just words can't describe. There have been times in the past where members' video cards have burnt out and people have came together and helped out. Nobody asked them to. Nobody told them to. They just did it out of kindness. One of our last regimental meetings in June, during the entirety of the meeting, over $1,700 was donated in less than a span of 45 minutes. That is just unbelievable. It's great to see people come together like that and help each other out. You've heard about, people here of all walks of life, professions. Sometimes, if you're looking for some advice on something, whether it be a job or your extracurricular, there's people here that can help with that. Other than that, be active. Follow your chain of command. Hopefully we get all of you guys, we extend an offer out to you guys, get you guys accepted. Maybe we can get you guys promoted up to private today, first thing tomorrow, get you signed over to a section. That section leader will be the first of your chain of command. It'll be your go-to guy from there, moving on after. Other than that is all I have. Thank you, sir.
Outstanding PSC Master Crone.
Yeah, gentlemen, I can't stress the importance enough about your chain of command. Make sure you use it. It's very, very, very important. With that said, guys, this is a brotherhood. If you ever see a member in need and you can help them out, if it's their graphics card that fried or if they're having troubles, if you can help them out, greatly appreciate it. And with that said, gentlemen, congratulations. Sir?
Alright. Listen here, I'm getting tired, so my super professionalism is about to go out the window. It's 11 o'clock and I still have about 2 hours worth of paperwork to do for you wonderful people. It's a pretty simple idea. In the 7th Cap, we ask a little bit more than anywhere else, and it's the reason why we're as big as we are, it's the reason why we're as good as we are, it's the reason why we smell like roses. As a trooper, as a private, you will be assigned a section. In your section, you will have a roll call. It's a post that goes up once a week. You post in it, you say, hey, yeah, I'm here. Great, we know you're active. Your section leader is going to post a lot of good information in there. Any upcoming events, any events, operations, school opportunities, happy huzzahs, anything like that. That goes on in your roll call post. Read it, know it. It's how we pass that information out. You also have section training. Now, I don't know what your MOS selections were. Please stop fidgeting. It hurts my eyeball at this time of night. I don't know what your MOS selections were, whether you want to be an airman or a tanker or an infantry guy or an artillery man or whatever. I don't care. But your section's going to have a practice, and that's usually going to last anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It goes on during the week. We have sections that practice at unique hours, both US and European, so it makes life a little bit easier. You do need to go to a practice once a week. It's how we maintain activity and we have that good training. Now, people say, well, why? Well, in 1st Battalion, I have a really good reason. Operations involve a lot of planning. They involve a lot of work on a lot of different levels. A lot of people, because it takes up a good chunk of hours and they want to be able to participate for the whole thing, they may make special arrangements with their spouses or, take the evening off from work, different things like that, so they can please stop fidgeting. So they can be there for the whole thing. The training that you put in with your section practice and whatnot enables you to be able to perform without screwing it up. It means that everybody else who came to that operation is going to be able to have a good time and not have to worry about you maybe not knowing how to do something or not being as good with the tank as you maybe should be. So it is definitely important you make those trainings. You can make them up with other people if you can't get into your section training. It really doesn't matter. We have lots of opportunities available.
Yes, sir, I will.
Trooper Malloy, same question. Trooper Snake Doctor.
Yes, sir, I will.
Trooper Spence.
Yes, sir, I will.
Dr. Becker.
Yes, sir, I will.
7/10 of it.
Okay, fire. Fire like 3-4 rounds. Slightly changing the bearing.
Shot over.
Shut out.
59 seconds.
How many?
59.
Yeah, it's a really high solution.
Mm-hmm.
This will be much better
3
once
rounds.
we have Ace.
We could probably actually hit those TRPs with mortars.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, using mortars for Charlie and this landing zone.
Yeah, the elevation of that was like 71. It's like 71.7. That's crazy high for that 119.
How many did you fire?
3 rounds.
Splash out? That wasn't bad. That wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. Where you fired, they fell on the same spot more or less, within 5 meters of each other, and they fell here.
Correct.
You get the data for both mortars and the 119s. Let's see what's close.
Scratch the 119. I didn't fill that one out. You want me to fill it out?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just when you see elevations that high as for TRP-01, make a mark there that it might not be doable with the 119. Verify it with the actual equipment if you can get it that high.